Coral Reefs, written by Paula Schricker. Focus question. What are coral reefs and why are they being protected? Words to know. Bleaching, carbon dioxide, coral reefs, dissolve, ecosystem, erosion, flexible, flexible, fragile, resilient, skeletons, tropical, tsunamis. Tables of contents. Introduction. 4. What is coral? 5. A busy underwater community. 8. What are coral reefs? 10. Threats to coral reefs. 13. Protecting coral reefs. 17. Glossary. 20. Introduction. Just below the surface of Earth's tropical oceans lie huge undersea communities as coral reefs. These places of wonder and beauty support an incredible variety of life. Coral reefs are home to thousands of living organisms that depend on each other for food, shelter, and safety. Day and night, thousands of animals swim about hunting, eating, and avoiding being eaten. Almost 1/4 of all animals What is coral? At first glance, coral may seem like an oddly shaped rock or spiny plant. Corals are actually the tiniest animals called polyps. Most polyps are small, between the size of pinheads and the size of a pea. One branch or mound of coral may have thousands of these polyps attached to each. Each polyps are tube-like. One branch or mound of coral can have thousands of these tiny polyps attached to it. Each polyps have a tube-like body and surrounded tiny tentacles. Polyps are eating machines. At night, they open their tentacles to catch tiny animals to get the nutrients they need. Hundreds of kinds of corals live in the ocean. Most belong to one or two types. Heart coral, known as stony coral, form hard skeletons over time. Many millions of these hard skeletons build up and form reefs. Most kinds of stony coral live together in a variety of plant-like algae. The algae help supply food for corals and many other fish that live around the reef. The second common type is soft coral. These coral grow flexible. woody cores instead of hard skeletons. They often look like trees, bushes, or other plants. Soft corals can bend with currents. Some soft coral have algae growing in their bodies, but others do not. A busy underwater community. Most people think brightly colored fish when they think about coral reefs, and with good reason. Over 4,000 species of fish lives off algae and plankton around the reef. Some eat other fish that lives there. Shrimp, lobster, and crab also consider reefs a favorite dining spot. Sea urchins and sea stars catch clams and smaller shellfish hidden among the coral branches, waving each anemones, which looks like graceful flowers, hide along openings. Hide along shallow open, waiting for the next meal to drift past. Large hole and reef make it good homes and diving spots for eels. No space is wasted in the busy reef. Coral reef not only support thousands of species of organisms, but also help protect shorelines from floods and storms by shielding the coasts. Reefs reduce erosion, property damage, and loss of human life. Coral reefs are also feed and shelter animals that provide much of the world's seafood, thereby helping the economies and diet of many countries. Diving tours and sport fishing also bring visitors and incomes to large near coral reefs. Reef plants and animals provide ingredients for medicines too. Coral reefs are valuable natural resources. Medicines from coral reefs. Scientists have developed medicines from reef organisms, and most are likely on the way. Corals produce a substance now used in treatment of asthma and arthritis. Medicines that treat several Where are coral reefs? Most reefs are located near shore in warm tropical water. They also form where warm currents flow from the tropics, such as in Florida and parts of Japan. Corals grow best in warm waters between 21 to 29 degrees Celsius, 70 to 84 Fahrenheit. Since algae need sunlight to make food, most coral live near water surface. Even with these conditions in places, coral reefs cannot survive in many areas. They do not grow near well-mouthed of rivers where dirt, trash, and fresh water flow into the sea. Fresh water can kill coral. Dirt and trash can damage or even smother reefs. Because coral grow very slowly, a reef takes a long time to increase in size to recover from damage. Some living coral reefs began growing 25 million years ago. Three types of coral reefs exist. The first type, fringing reefs, are located close to shore. They usually follow natural shoreline or fringe of the land. The second type, barrier reefs, create a deep lagoon or area of water between the reef and the shore. The world's largest barrier reef is the Great Barrier Reef in Australia. It is 2,300 kilometers, 1,429 miles long, and is made up of over 3,000 reefs and islands. The Great Barrier Reef is home to nearly 2,000 species of fish. The Great Barrier Reef. The Great Barrier Reef is between 6,000 and 8,000 years old, but coral have been growing in the same spot for about 500,000 years. Many changes in sea level occurred during the time, and low levels caused early reefs to die. Al- atolls, the third type of reef, form in a circular pattern around a sinking island or an aging island volcano. As island or a volcano ages and breaks apart, the remaining land disappears beneath the ocean surface. When that happens, the growing reef forms a circle around the central lagoon. Threats to coral reefs. Coral reefs are fragile, and many times they can be damaged. Large power waves caused by a hurricane destroy reefs. So can tsunami. Most damage is caused by people, however. Poor water quality caused by human pollution is likely a factor in coral disease. This disease can wipe out ancient coral reefs in weeks. Another likely factor also caused by people is higher ocean temperatures as a result of global warming.